Guys, say hi.
Hi!
Zane, say hi. Zane. Zaney. So what does it mean to be non-verbal or pre-verbal? Well, there are two definitions. Let's have a look. To be non-verbal means to lack or have limited use of spoken language. Pre-verbal refers to a stage of communication before a person uses words. So I think there is some confusion in society with this whole non-verbal, pre-verbal, what the definition is, who is classed as non-verbal, who's classed as pre-verbal, etc. So I'll tell you what Zane is. So Zane right now uses no words. When he was younger, much younger, before 6 months, you could see he was starting to attempt to formulate words. And then at some point, like I've mentioned in previous videos, there was a regression. It's at the point now, he's 6 years old, and for the last 5 years, he has never really uttered a word. How we've been referring to Zane is someone who is completely non-verbal. However, based on the definition here, non-verbal means someone who lacks or has limited spoken language. I wouldn't say that Zane has limited spoken language. I would say he has no spoken language, which based on the definition of pre-verbal, Zane might fall into that category. But I think people need to understand what the meanings are. When we are trying to explain what Zane is at the moment, we are trying to convey that he is not using words at all. And so then there's some confusion sometimes because we watch a lot of videos where people talk about their children are non-verbal, etc. And then you see them using words or counting numbers. And then we think to ourselves, well, that's not the same as Zane. These two people are being classed as non-verbal, but one of these children uses words, however, sporadically. They may use words that are out of context. They may do something called echolalia, where they just repeat what they hear, but they don't have any understanding, but that's still using words. Zane doesn't even do that. So how do you class them? Based on these definitions I've just looked at, it looks like Zane would be more classed as pre-verbal. And if that's the case, then there needs to be an understanding that pre-verbal means not using words at all. And then non-verbal might mean not using words or using them in a very, very limited way. So tell me, what are your thoughts on the definitions of non-verbal and pre-verbal?